We are living in the 21st century. We cannot teach what has been written in the religious text 1,000 years ago. This leads to the training of a schizophrenic youth. They learn tradition in school and they learn it the classical way, as if it were 1,000 years ago. But in practice, the child discovers in the street a reality that is totally different. I'm Mohamed Charfi, law professor in Tunisia, and I'm interested in human rights. I have been campaigning for understanding between peoples, for peace and fraternity between peoples, and this integrates perfectly in the goal of the high-level group. In Tunisia, for the last 50 years, we have adopted a code of personal status that suppresses polygamy, that suppresses repudiation, and we have done that not by rejecting Islam, but on the contrary, by reinterpreting Quranic texts. That is to say, the same texts allow adopting different ideas depending on the new economic, social, and cultural realities. The Quran's text is a marvelous text containing so many inner workings that allow Muslims to adapt to modern times. This is possible, this is doable, this is the path for the future. There are many lessons I can draw on from my experience as the Minister of Education in Tunisia. For example, the Alliance of Civilizations can recommend that every time a religion is taught in the schools, there should be a general survey of other religions. In an Islamic education manual in Tunisia, I think for a 12-year-old child, a genealogical tree is presented according to a legend. Muhammad, the Prophet of Islam, Jesus, who according to Muslims is a prophet, he is the Prophet of Christianity, and Moses, the Prophet of Judaism. All three are descendants of the same ancestor, Abraham. The followers of these three religions are cousins. This can be a very positive idea. We have a comparative chart between the 10 commandments, which are common to Judaism and Christianity, and the corresponding Quranic verses. We find out that for the greater majority, for 8 or 9 out of 10, we have the same principles. So you see how politics and history have acted so that we have drifted apart. But in fact, we are very close. I am calling for reforms on both sides, not only on the Muslim world side. On the Western side, I urge for a better knowledge of the Muslim world. There are thinkers in the Islamic Arab civilization who have played a part in the history of ideas and who shouldn't be only known by the Muslim world. If there is some sort of Islamophobia, this is because the Muslim world is poorly known. On the Muslim side, maybe the road is longer. For 2 or 3 centuries, the Western world has been exercising democracy. Today, ideas of individual freedom, of democracy are well rooted in the minds. The Muslim world is a little behind. The concept of democracy, concept of liberty need to take root in the minds, notably for the youth. So we have reforms to make. We have reforms to make for more democracy, for more equality between sexes, so that the idea of equality between the sexes is admitted by everybody, digested, interiorized, accepted, and not just as lip service. Therefore, we have a few steps to take so that concepts of liberty, equality, and democracy are better shared in the world.